Okay, our beloveds, our another has just spent about 4 hours on the phone collaborating with a new friend. She is very excited about this joint effort, and we have shown her the possibility of where this could go and where it could lead. It is the first potential step of many similar steps, and we shall leave it there because we don't know whether it will come to fruition because there are many, many moving pieces, but nonetheless, it has our another inspired to be pulled forward into her future. So now why today? Because today she is also leaving something else behind in the past, and that is her dreams of trying to save others, because the fact is you cannot save others if they don't want to be saved. And so we are really working with her on moving her shift in focus from being of service to others to being of service to self for this time, in order for her to ground herself, to build herself, to create herself, to develop herself, and finally to launch herself. It is her journey of self-discovery that is most important, and in her effort to be love, she sees that as loving others and saving others and healing others. And we are really trying to get her to that place where she realizes that she is not here to save anyone. She is here to save herself. She is here to securely develop who she is most deeply within, to express this. And in doing this, she will connect with so many people who desire to go on this journey themselves. But to find somebody that you feel a connection with, but who doesn't feel the same level of connection back, is heartbreaking. And when you try to make it work and it's just not going to work, it kind of ends with a soft thud at the end, because what you are trying to lift up on its own becomes too heavy, and you just have to let go and allow it to fall. Now, that doesn't mean that there are not possibilities or opportunities to allow this to rise, but just like leaven or yeast, it needs to rise on its own. She tries so hard to heal people because of her impetuous heart and impulsive nature to be love. But it also needs to be received in the same manner within which it is being offered, or it ends up being depleting in the end and causes suffering unnecessarily. So today, we moved her into her next adventure. And this is an adventure that will be, to a certain extent, an exploration of self, but through the stories and visions of another, and to create something that will help others to understand what life is all about and what best ways to navigate this journey called life. Because when you find a person who has had really the most miraculous life story that she has come across, because what others would describe as really terrible experiences were described to her as these wonderful opportunities to allow the divine to guide and shape your lives. And so she is going to collaborate with somebody to create something, to share the nuggets of wisdom from one person on how life worked and guided and supported and created and manifested through various ups and downs, and what others would have seen as an opportunity to excuse bad behavior because necessity would support that, this person saw as an opportunity to lean into the mystery of the unknown and to bring about magic and wondrous manifestations of divine love. So it will be an interesting journey for her to see if her manner of managing a process and this other person's manner of managing a process align. We have just connected them so that they can see if it would work. And it will be their journey now to figure out the how. But their overall energetic imprint supports this. So we think that it is good for both of these individuals to, number one, collaborate, and number two, if successful, to share these wonderful nuggets of wisdom to others, especially the youth, to inspire them to believe in the unseen, which really does manifest your life's journey if you allow these prayers and gifts to come to you through opening up your heart center and your mind center and your trust center to allow an unseen energy to be real and to be expressed lovingly through your prayers and affirmations. So today our message is very different because we thought that this message was more important than our traditional teaching methods, because this also shows how we bring about the right people at the right time. And so we ask you, if you are so inclined, go back to yesterday's message where you look at who comes into your life, who is an answer to prayer, and it may in no way be the answer that you were expecting, but if you are open to these suggestions, you will then see how the divine really works, how our magical, inspirational, plotting minds work to move you to the next space on the board of the game called your life. And so it is. Namaste.